What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening at my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, I was looking around on Twitter today, and I saw someone put up a comparison between Horizon Forbidden West's DLC, which is called, I forgot what it's called, doesn't matter, and the Zelda trailer, the latest one that they put out, Tears of the Kingdom. They called them both DLC, which was funny, because Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom isn't DLC, just like God of War Ragnarok isn't DLC, right? I mean, if we're gonna play this game, then God of War Ragnarok is DLC. Anyway, they showed the two, and they were like, "Oh, let's compare this. Oh, which one looks better?" Of course, this was a pony. Of course, they were comparing it, and then another pony jumped on it and tweeted the video and said, "Oh, I bet you a bunch of Nintendo fanboys are losing their mind because of this and that and blah blah blah," right? And I'm like, really? Y'all can't win against Microsoft anymore. So what do? You punch down. First off, you're punching down to the Switch. The Switch's power is literally like PS3, Xbox 360. That's what the Switch's power is. And you're sitting there trying to be all like, "Oh man, look how much better the PS5 looks. Look how much better Horizon Forbidden West looks than Tears of the Kingdom." Are y'all serious? Y'all got nothing else to do. You can't play no game. You ain't got no games to play. So you trying to diss Nintendo? Meanwhile, Nintendo's whooping your ass with a 2-generation old console. They doing handhelds, unlike you. You tried. There's another rumor that Sony's gonna make another handheld, but they ain't got the guts in it. It's just a streaming handheld. I'm like, what? Why? Nobody wants that. If you look at the market, nobody wants the things you're making. For the most part, they want PS5 because they've been fooled and bamboozled, led astray, tricked, if you will. But nobody wants VR. Nobody wants VR. There are a couple of research groups and analysts and all these things. They do, polls, surveys and such. And they said, 3% of teens have VR. The VR is not doing it for the teens. Now, I have a problem with that because, sure, there's some teens who like VR. I bet you most teens like VR if they play it. If it wasn't so it was prohibitively expensive. If it wasn't so expensive, sure. But most people who are buying VR because of the price are adults. So the fact that they just focused on teens, only surveyed teens, dumb. Okay, so that whole thing, it's just foolish. I'm glad it's negative against VR because while VR is cool, VR is not it. I said it before in another video, VR is not it. It's a cool little toy, but it's not what you're gonna throw in your pocket every day. You can't even throw it in your pocket, it's too big. Now there are some AR glasses that are kind of like AR/VR. I forgot who makes them. There's a couple that are out. There's some that are prototyping, and there's one that's like $350, where it's just glasses. You plug it into HDMI source or a USB-C source or something like that, and you're good to go. And it doesn't require power. It powers through the USB. So I was like, that's all right. And dude was talking, it was a video. He was playing, he emulated the Virtual Boy on his Steam Deck, plugged the glasses into the Steam Deck, and was playing Virtual Boy with these new glasses. Boom, because you can spread the resolution to 3840 by 1080. Yeah, 3840 by 1080, and it creates two screens, and then it creates the 3D. And I was like, oh snap! this is pretty dope. And this is a button press on it. I was like, yo, this seems like a step in the right direction. Sony and their goofy big giant bucket glass. You put a big refrigerator on your face and you're in different worlds. Like, yeah, of course. But how about you make them look like glasses? How about you do that? How about you make it not look like you're wearing a freaking cooler on your head? How about you do that? Because nobody wants to go around looking foolish with a big, stupid piece of plastic on their face. But if they look like glasses like this, the AR glasses that I saw, and they're literally AR. You can wear them and they're shaded, but you can wear them and see through them, and then it projects the images on top. Or they have blackouts where you just put it on, boop, and then it's just like the I forgot how big the screen is, but it's huge, and each screen is 1080p, so it's crispy, and at that pixel density, it just looks really good. So I was like, man, the future is coming up. Sony is not doing it right. They are innovative. No, they're iterative. They're iterative. I'm sorry. My words have been broken for a little bit. I stopped drinking coffee, and life has been kicking me in the face recently, but I have a hard head, so I'll be all right. But it slows me down a little bit, so my words be like, yo, what's up? You thought I was that word? Nope. So iterative. See, I just did it again. Iterative. And I don't even sound right anymore. It's this side of my brain. Anyway, that's what Sony's doing, and they really need to have new leadership, because Jim Ryan is only focused on money. I know I've said this 1,000 million times, but the leadership will direct the company. The leadership will direct the direction of the company, direct the direction. The leadership will show you the roadmap. The leadership will influence the decisions that are made when it comes to products and services and all these things. Because bottom line for Jim Ryan right now is just making money. Doesn't matter how they make money, just make money. Hence the console increase. Make money. Like, oh, we're gonna have new chips. It's gonna be cheaper for us to make. Put the price up. Let's go. We're gonna have all the inventory. Let's go. So what happened, of course, since they put all this money into PSVR 2 and it's not selling, they'll be lucky if they hit 300K by, well, it should have been already. They lost money on that already. Because when they have a console, when they have a product that they're making, if they're not making it themselves, and they're usually a Chinese factory that's making it, they have to put in an order, right? So they put in an order for 2 million, so says they, right? So they can't be like, uh-oh, we only sell 400,000. How much did y'all make already? Oh, we cancel the rest. They can't do that. I mean, well, they probably could, but they would probably have to pay a fee, a cancellation fee or something. I don't know. So as far as I know, they're gonna make 2 million PSVRs. And if they don't sell 2 million PSVRs, oh well, that eats into their, oh, let's raise the price of the console, but, profits. And so they're still in trouble this generation, monetarily speaking. Now you may say, no, they're not. They're selling the most consoles, and they have all these players, and they're paying into PS Plus and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, sure. But when you have, it's not twice as many, it's not 2-to-1 like last generation. It's 1 point, I don't know, let's say 1.5. Say 1.5 to 1 as far as Sony to Microsoft, or PlayStation 5 to Xbox Series, right? As far as sold units. But the problem with that is that it's engagement. And Microsoft has been saying this for like 2 generations. They don't care about console numbers because they were losing last gen. But they're right when they say engagement. Did World of Warcraft be like, yo, we care about how many copies of our game sold? No. Know what number they gave us? How many people are playing per month? How many subs at $15 a month are paying and playing? At one point, they were at 15 million. I think they were higher, but I remember 15 million for some reason. It might have been more, maybe 10 or 11, whatever. But let's do 10. 10 million, it was higher. but let's just say for the sake of 10 million at $15 a month. That's a lot of money. Just guaranteed money. Let's go. You know, Sony's not doing that with console sales because they have to sell consoles. It's not a reoccurring, you know, thing. And especially if they can't keep the inventory in, spit my lip. I don't know. They can't keep the inventory in, you know, for the stores, the vendors. How you gonna sell? You can't. But if you got a game that's digital, all you gotta do is keep the servers up, keep the game good. That's it. That's a whole other thing that Sony's battling, is they can't make these service games last. They abandon. If something that Sony makes doesn't make money in a certain amount of time, they quit so fast. They drop it like it's hot so badly, it's crazy. And the thing about that is, with these games of service that they're trying to do, you can't do that. You got to stick in there. And it's hard to stick in there when you're looking at all these other ones, all these other games and services just dropping off. As, I mean, recently, like this past month, it was 2 that dropped off. It was Knockout City? Or was that the one? Well, I know Doopy Doopy Verse, Multiverses, was quietly unbaited. And now they're gonna relaunch next year, whatever, but that's a whole other thing. But Knockout City and the dodgeball game, or the wrestling game, those 2 games. And, you know, and those are good games. And then you look at, what about the games that Sony has? What about the first party? What about the Destruction All-Stars? That's a gas, right? That's a games of service, right? I mean, it should be. Where's that? Who's talking about that? Nobody's talking about that. What about Gran Turismo? Anybody talking about Gran Turismo? Nobody's talking about Gran Turismo like the way they were talking about Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon just released a new DLC, the Rally Pack, or whatever it's called, Rally Adventure. And I'm like, yeah, I might buy that. It's only, for me, I got Game Pass, so it's like $17.50 or something like that. So, you get a little discount, it's all right. I mean, I bought the Hot Wheels joint. I played it like once. And I was like, and it's not like, I need to support the devs. That's the dumbest argument. Anybody come step to me and say, I'm going to support the devs, I'm going to jump through the internet, smack you with my left testicle, because that's not how it works. Publishers pay the devs to make whatever they're going to make. The publishers pay their employees, the devs, and then, you know, when they make money off of sales, the publishers get the money. So if you want to say, I want to support the blank, say, I want to support the publisher, because that's who's getting paid when you buy these games. The devs already got paid because they're employees of said publisher. So stop it. Anyway, that's a dummy ducky unicorn argument anyway, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, what was I talking about at the beginning of the video? I can't even remember. You see, I get tangentized. I just start going this, that way, and the other way, and, you know, that's what happens. And, you know, my hair grows longer, and then it takes more energy, more brain power to keep the hair follicles fed. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think about, well, the whole dev stuff with the, you know, support the devs. You know how I feel. Sony's losing battle with VR, the state of VR, and the whole, the pony, donkey, unicorn stable trying to compare Tears of the Kingdom to Horizon Forbidden West. You can't make it up. They're desperate. They're desperate for any type of attention to get that W. They will punch down to kindergarten level. I'm not saying Nintendo's kindergarten, but the power-wise, you know, you talk about, you know, sumo wrestler versus, Pee-wee baseball. I have no comparisons, no analogies, no fact, no similes or metaphor. I got nothing. But I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all showing up every day, every time I put up a video. I appreciate the comments. Remember, I read the comments. When you see a boop on there, that's me. When you see 2 boops, that's me, and there's somebody else that booped it. There will always be a boop on there. Maybe it'll be a day or so delayed, because sometimes my phone doesn't give me the right comments, so I got to go on the computer and check it out. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Let me know, and I'll talk to y'all on the next one. To the way down.